Hello.
This is a trial run of a potential podcast. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Rebecca. This is Liz. Oh, sorry.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We're going to be totally goofy this first few times out. We are calling this Sun Dragon Sideshow because we both work at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard. And we often talk about how it's the Liz and Rebecca show here. And you guys all miss it. So we're going to see if we can capture any of that on camera and share it with y'all. So I thought we would start this first one, which has been an absolute bear to set up, by the way. This has been a mess. Almost broke my camera. But we would talk about the thing we've been working on most recently, which is the Papillon. Which I've taught the class twice now. In fact, that was one thing I was going to get and put here, and I've already lost where it went. I've taught the class because we should start with the Papillon is this really cool shawl that you use two colors. You can use more than two colors. And by following the pattern, you can do something really cool. This one's mine. I used Cascade Heritage Silk, real black, because it's the darkest black I can find in the shop. And Queensland Island Perth. Queensland.
Tasmanian Bay.
No.
The reef.
Rainbow Reef.
Rainbow Reef.
Queensland Perth, Rainbow Reef. I'm nervous because camera, whatever. And I can grab that in a second. But this is the way it's usually done on. And a color changing yarn makes it really fun. Liz, however, is doing it in worsted weight yarn.
Oh, that's the back. Sorry.
She's still finishing hers. This is part of the thing. We've been in a race to try to get it done.
It's so big.
What did you use?
I used Noro Ito and Cascade Eco Wool.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran out of Cascade Eco Wool right before the end, and I'm on my third ball of Noro Ito.
Yep.
Because, hold my beer, I'm doing the entire thing in worsted weight on 10.5 needles.
Well, okay, because mine was done on size 4 needles, and you don't believe in needles that small, right?
I do not believe in needles. I have used needles that small and maybe a little smaller because I couldn't get gauge, but that's another podcast.
Oh, that's another, yeah. Gauge we'll save for another time. I have this much. I thought I was going to have a ton of my black left over, and I have this much of 100 gram skein. This, by the way, is what the Queensland Perth looks like. The color changing yarn, which was really fun. This is what's left of my second skein after binding off. And this, people see that and go, wow, how did you do that? Or how many times did you cut the yarn? Except for where the yarn maybe broke because it was stuck on something in my bag. The only ends I really have is when I changed yarn. So you carry the yarn up the sides. What was your explanation of how this pattern goes?
It goes knit, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, knit, back and forth, back and forth, knit, back and forth, back and forth, knit, 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 back and forth, knit. Yeah.
There's no purl stitches in this. I should mention this pattern is by, it's either Marinja Knits or Marinya Knits. One of those is closer to the right pronunciation. It is one of the more expensive patterns on Ravelry. It is $14, and most people go, ooh, when they hear that. But it's worth it. It's totally, totally worth it. Well written, tells you how to do it all. It uses short rows, wrap and turns. You get really, really good at those. Liz, can we see some of your stitch markers? Are your friends with this?
So much.
Oh my gosh. Check out all the stitch markers she has going in hers. I counted, if I had 46 the last time I counted before I bound off. I could have thrown in about 4 more. I could have been up to 50 before I finally bound off, but I didn't need them at the end. They help you know you're in the right place for your, what I call the bubbles, which is the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I also, right towards the end when I didn't need the stitch markers anymore.
Did you forget?
No, I dropped, one fell off and I couldn't find it. And it was like going through withdrawal because even though I didn't need them anymore, I was on the knits. There's no back and forth. I panicked. It felt weird. I'm so used to having them there.
I kept flicking them off last night going,
no! No. Oh my gosh. It's been really fun. I'm already planning my second one. I want to do them with these colors. They're both Cascade. Again, it's that Heritage Silk Real Black because it's the darkest black I can find in the shop. And I am envisioning that this one, which is Cascade Heritage Wave, is going to look like an absolute monarch butterfly, which is one of the ideas behind the Papillon, which is French for butterfly. What are you planning to do next?
I have some leftover Ito bowls in a different color that I bought up I Bogart yarn, so I'm using those and some and a contrasty color out of just Rapture. Sugar Bush Rapture.
Ooh,
and
that is
so it'll
soft.
be dark green with, it's a more pastel version of this.
Okay.
With, more purples and,
that'll be really pretty. Yeah.
So
Bogarting yarn, Liz, that's not a thing.
Not a thing.
It's not a thing. So, this is what I was like, oh no, I don't have it here. This is what everyone who's taken my classes has started on. And it is the butterfly cowl. She came out with a smaller version so you can practice the back and forth. And I did this one with Plymouth Encore, no, not Encore. I did Plymouth Electrolyte. Because I still did it in a sock weight. Oh, that's our lovely heat coming on. That's fun. One of the perks of Sun Dragon, our new location, which at some point I can give you a tour on. But the Electrolyte has a little sparkle. I'm sure the video cannot pick it up. The white has a little bit of sparkle. And then one of our local dyers, Daydream Dye Works, did Flutterby, which is the other color in this. And I figured, you picked it out actually, Liz.
I did.
Yeah. Butterfly, Flutterby. Liz is my color guru. When in doubt, I will usually ask her because she's really good at picking out color or what colors go well with others. Like when you ran out of the one color, you said, ooh, what do I have that's going to work? Oh, so
Dark teal.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching us fumble through this first try at, I guess, what we hope will be a podcast. Again, it's going to be the Sun Dragon Sideshow, Adventures of Liz and Rebecca, because it's the Liz and Rebecca show here.
Rebecca show here.
And sometimes Carol. Maybe we'll have some guest visitors from time to time. So I'm still learning about this whole YouTube thing. So comment, subscribe. We'll try to get all that stuff going. Any links we can put to things we've talked about, I will try to put underneath this when I post it. So here's hoping. Let us know what you want to hear about, and we'll see if we get to talking about it. All right? So we have to go open the store up, open the shop up. Maybe grab a 3 to 5 before the shop opens. People who shop here know what that means. So we'll talk to you later. I don't have a sign off yet.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Yeah, have fun knitting and crocheting. Bye.
Bye.